Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dhruv and welcome to Creative 4. So in this tutorial I've got a mini magic for you guys. So it's an intermediate origami model. You will require a bit of skill for making this model. Well, I've got a cold, so my voice might seem a bit heavy, so you have to suffer for it for the whole video. Sorry for that. So here comes the model. I have a bigger variation for this model as well, but I won't be showcasing it in this video. I might showcase it in another video, so just stay tuned. So let's get into the tutorial. For this model, you just require a square sheet of paper and just cut it in the half. So you will get paper with the dimensions of ratio 2:1, and that's what will be required for making a mini magic ball. So just make the initial creases that are the diagonals. Here you don't have to make it this way, just fold the paper in half and then just fold the flaps up to the middle line. I already made these creases while cutting the paper right here. Now what we have to do is divide the paper into 16 parts across the breadth of the paper. So let's get started. I think that if you are into origami for quite a while, you must know how to do it. So I will just tell you about the basics and then I will just fast forward it so that the video gets short. So first thing you require is take the outer edge and fold it up to the top crease and turn the model over and do the same thing. Here. Now what we have to do is take the outer edge up to this crease and now then take this crease up to this line. Now you might be thinking that how to take this crease up to this line. So it's pretty easy, let me show it to you. Just first of all, let us take this crease up to the middle line. Let me tell you a way of doing this. What you can do is make this crease a mountain fold. As you can see that it's a valley fold, so the crease might not be clearly visible. So just make a mountain fold and now the crease is visible to you, and just fold this edge up to this crease. Just like this. Now comes this part. Now as we made this part a mountain fold, just grab it like this and fold this edge up to this crease. Now do the same thing here. One thing you can also do is make this crease a mountain fold as well, just like this. Now you can just take this edge up to this edge. It will get a lot easier for you in this way. This model has been the most requested model that I've ever got. So here's for you guys. Just like this. Now we have divided the paper into 8 parts. Now what I prefer you do is you just reverse all the creases. That's it. That all the mountain creases get converted into valley creases and all valley creases get converted into mountain creases. So just do it like this. Just invert the creases. And make sure that all the creases are pretty tight. Now we have divided the paper into 8 parts. Now repeat the same process and divide the paper into 16 parts by just dividing each column into half. So here we are, I've divided the paper into 16 parts across its breadth. So now what we have to do is divide the paper into 8 parts across its length. So let's get into it. So I have already told you how to do it, so just meet after I just divide the paper into 8 parts. So here our basic grid is ready, that is 16 by 8. Now we will start assembling the model. So I think you might have watched many other tutorials for Mini Magic Ball, and what they do is they divide the whole paper into diagonals. So it's a pretty worn-out process. So the process that I will be using is comparatively easier, but once you understand it, it will stay in your mind forever. So what we have to do is fold these creases just like this, just like we do it while making a fan, but not all of them, just make 2 pleats. Now what we have to do is fold the paper in the same way but across the length. So just do it like this. The whole paper. Just like this. Now what we have to do is, just look at this step very carefully. Open this flap here and make a crease like this. Just watch it carefully. Open a single layer here and make this crease like this. Just like this. And now just pop the other crease here. For the first part we will just taking a single layer. So just take a single layer and pop this crease and fold it accordingly, just like this. See? Now here the model won't lie flat because this loose crease is available, so it will just continue until you reach the end. So now again just pop a single crease here. You might have to open the model a bit because the paper might get rigid while you did this fold, and another fold here. So just open the model a bit and pop up this crease and fold it like this. Now do the same thing on all. Let me show it to you one more time. Just take here. So one thing you might have observed right till now is that the creases are getting alternate, that mountain valley. So here's a valley fold, here's a mountain fold, here's a valley fold, here's a mountain fold. So you can check it by this way as well. So here's a valley fold and we will have to make a mountain fold here. Just like this. Fold the paper accordingly. Do the same thing on all the creases. At last, what you have to do is just fold paper and flatten the model. Here. Now the first level of our mini magic ball is ready. Now what we have to do is open up the second layer. Not completely, but step by step. So now first of all what we have to do is invert all these mountain valley creases one by one. So let's start with the first crease, convert it into a mountain fold, and here the paper will open. Now to adjust to these both creases, the middle crease will pop up and form a mountain fold. Just like this. The model will open up a bit, but it's natural. Just like this. Now just make the respective creases like this. see carefully. And just fold it correctly. Now here it becomes the part which started here. So just open up the layer and do the alternate thing here as well, that mountain valley thing. And so here's a mountain, it will be a valley, and there will be a mountain. So just make the mountain first, pop the crease. The paper might get bulgy here, so just push it in. Now make the respective creases, just like this. Now one thing you might have observed, that these things appear like a water bomb base. If you don't know what a water bomb base is, then I have a tutorial for that as well, so you can go and check it out. So yes, it appears like a water bomb base as well, from the back as well. So now just do the same thing on all other creases, with alternate mountain valley fold here and here. Now at last the paper will get a bit bulgy and open up, so just retain its shape. And at times the paper might open up from the first layer, so just make the crease back so you don't have to worry about that. Now just the last crease, the second layer. Here. Now the first two layers of our model is ready. Now what we have to do is do the same thing with these two creases, but we don't have the layers, so we have to fold it again. So it might be a quite difficult task, but you have to open up the model a bit and fold these two creases back, just like this. Open the model and see, just like this, and fold these creases. Just like this. For the tutorial base, I will be doing one by one, but if you are going to make it frequently, then you can do both the creases at the same time. Now just make the upper creases back, just like this. The paper will get poppy at this time. Now what we have to do is again start the valley mountain thing. So just open up we have to convert this mountain fold into a valley fold, so just open up the model. And here what we have to do is make two valley folds. So basically just like this part. This whole part, the half of the water bomb base, just this part. So what we have to do is push the paper like this. The paper start will be like this, but you have to make a cavity, a very nice one here, and fold the paper just like this. Just like this. And now let's get to the mountain valley thing. Here, now the 3 layers are done and we are up to the last layer. So just open up the model from the bottom and fold this crease back up. Just like this, and now just start again. Now you might be thinking that we don't have a layer here to do the mountain valley thing, so we don't need to bother about that. Just open up this layer and start making the creases. So the crease here will resemble like this here. So just make a mountain fold here, make the according creases. Now you don't have to make the creases on this part of the paper on any of the folds. So just start with it. Now you have to be damn sure here that you do this very carefully. The paper might get torn here. I have made this model quite a number of times and it almost happened 50% of the time. So you have to be damn careful. So I have to. So for precaution purposes, you might like to open up the model a bit, as it will make the paper quite easy. So just open up the model very carefully. Actually, it does make the belly mounting pattern very carefully, as the paper should not get torn. I'll do the same thing with all the creases. Now let me show it to you one more time. Just make it, open it up nicely, make the respective creases, and do it like this. So it will continue right here. So here comes the last piece of our model, just like this. Now this is actually not the last one, you have to do other folds as well. So the basic 4 layers of a model is ready. So now what we have to do is make the border creases. So just fold these creases, making a nice tip here. So I will just fold it like this. And do the same thing with all of the creases, and on the other side as well. On the other side, you have to fold the first crease like this, so it will be an individual crease, not in the pair, just an individual crease, and then you start with the pair thing. So let's do it. Just like this. Now the basic model is ready. Actually, most of the 90% of our model is ready. So now what we have to do is connect these two sides. So now let me tell you one thing about this model, that it's a partial origami model, which means that it requires some glue. Now origami is something in which you use just paper and interlock it, fold it, anything like that. But partial origami is like you can use tape or glue stick, anything like that. So now for connecting these two sides, I will be using a Fevi stick. It's a ordinary glue stick that's available here, and you have to just paste these two sides together. You can use glue as well for this purpose, but I prefer this. You can even use a tape for this purpose. I will show you how to do that. So just open up the model from both the sides. Before that, you have to make sure that all the creases are pretty nice and strong. Now just open up the creases from both the sides. Just like this. Now apply this glue on any one of the sides for just 2 blocks. I mean that these 2 rows, and for these 2 blocks on whole this side. So you might need to open up the model a bit more, so just do it. Now just put it on it. Make sure you do it properly, as the model might open if you do it a bit less. It might happen because the model has become quite springy and rigid at this time. So I've applied glue and just now connect these 2 faces. Yeah, just like this and this. Now you have to line the two square rows from this side onto that side that has been glued. So just make sure you line it really properly, as the creases have to set in. You just can't do it on one block or three block because the creases won't settle it. So just take the two squares and align it here. Just like this. Now you can see that I have done for the two squares only. Now just wait for it to get dry. So I think the model has dried, and now you have to put all the creases back. It might be kind of tricky, but you can do it. So the crease pattern of the previous creases will be visible here, and as you have used the two block method, the creases will be aligned, so it will be quite easy for you to just put back the creases. So just retain all the old creases. The paper will pop at many places, so just push it in. Now just make sure that these creases are pretty tight, as we have a double layer of paper here. So here our model is ready. It's pretty sleek model, and you can use a couple of them to hang it on a wall or make any design, or even a lantern for Diwali. So just like this. Now it is a mini magic ball. I even have a bigger one, but I can't show it to you at this point of time. So I will showcase it in any other video. So for this video I have this tessellation. I'm a big fan of this tessellation. It's pretty sleek and beautiful. This model was, I just made this model by watching a YouTube video for this. So I will be posting its link in the description. You can go there and make this model. It's a pretty good one. See. So if you like my videos, then you can go to my Instagram and follow it. I will be posting some of the videos there as well, so you can get notified about the video that is coming soon and anything like that. So here and here are the channels that will be available. One of them might not be available, but the other one will be. So that's pretty much it for the video, and if you like my video, then just please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.